You little guy, we all know you're not packing. I'm sure they're talking about you because they didn't say you little woman. They said you little guy.
Fuck this person. The fuck is
See?
that? Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
Strap on,
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
and I'm his mother, Karen Lee Potter.
We're talking about sex on a weekly basis. You know, sometimes we have a carryover from our last episode.
Yeah, last episode where you decided to tell everybody about your stinky ass cum.
It's not my stanky ass cum. In general, cum has an odor. No one acknowledges it, but it does.
Okay, well, first of all, how would you know about other people's cum?
In general, because you know what? You know how I know? Because there is a tree in Los Angeles, and they call them the cum trees. And if you, at a certain time of season, you smell that shit, and you're like, that smells like cum. If cum didn't have an odor, how would you know those trees smelled like cum?
I don't know. Is this like if a
Deductive
bear,
reasoning.
If a bear shit in the woods, how would you know it?
That's not exactly what I was going for, Mom. Anyway, we received some responses from last week's episode from
I'm
our
trying to
sneaky
figure out
freaks.
how I got that analogy going there.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I got a laugh though from my videographer over there.
All right.
As long as I get a laugh, I don't care.
All right. Cheryl says, hello to my two favorite podcasters. Cam, yes, cum can or does have a unique odor. I can smell it too. I was thinking, are you ever afraid that when you get out of the... Oh, so now she's asking a question. I was thinking also, are you ever afraid that when you get out of the middle of sex to take a shower, that she may be gone when you come back? That would be a fear of mine. If you do end up making your cartoon, that would be a funny one to watch. Cartoon Cam's anxiety about her leaving and Karen laughing and taking the cartoon Cam through it. Anyway, have a good week.
Cheryl, you could be our producer. That's a very good idea.
Yeah, that's a fucking hilarious idea.
Hilarious. Anytime I can make fun of you getting shafted in the middle of a
I'm never
sex
concerned that I'm going to take a shower to smell better and then...
scene. It doesn't ruin the rhythm of your sex. It's just you're having sex all of a sudden. Wait a second. I have stinky ass cum smell. I'm just going to go take a shower.
Okay, so this is a very important clarification. The shower is to remove the natural BO and sweat that I have built up on my body throughout the day, maybe the past 2 days.
So why is it in the middle of sex you decide to realize this? Why don't you just do it before you even have the date?
That is a good question. But
Thank you.
But what if the date involves like going on a hike or something like that? You build up natural sweat.
So before you start anything, then you take the shower.
You're going to go on a shower before the hike?
No,
and
before
then you fuck?
After the hike, before the fuck.
I know that is the pro move. And one that
Thank you.
I should have done.
It doesn't take a genius.
Recently, and I didn't do it. Instead, it was like mid, and I was like, God, this is a horrible idea.
All right, so let me get this straight. You went on a hike, you come back, you start messing around, and then you're like, oh, I smell.
Why do you need all the details?
No, I'm just trying to place the time coding, time stamping.
Yeah, there was some timestamp. It was a mid hookup timestamp. Yeah.
All right, so maybe next time think I'm gonna really stink during this thing. I better have the shower before.
I want to focus on what's important in this text message, which is that she acknowledges that yes, cum can and does have a unique odor, and she could smell it too. I'm not the crazy one here.
Oh, both of you guys may have oversense.
No, it's not oversensitive. It's a sensitive olfactory gland. It's very simple.
Okay. Does your partner have the same sensitivities?
Not that I'm aware of. Leah says, hi, Karen and Cam. I wanted to let you know you are not alone with the smelly cum smell. My husband's cum smells absolutely terrible.
Oh, my God.
I am also a sensitive smeller. Okay, I wouldn't say my cum smells terrible, okay? That is not a good situation. I think that person needs to drink some pineapple juice or some kale or some shit like that.
You said your cum smells like shit.
No, it doesn't smell like shit. It's just
said
a
it
very
did.
pungent and very specific odor. It's not horrible. It's just that if someone were to walk in my room afterwards, they'd be like, someone's been fucking in here.
Oh, that freshly fucked smell.
Yes. Anyway, this is all just a little bit of a recap to show, once again, I am right. You are wrong. You make me think I'm a nut, and I'm not a nut. Cum has an odor. And you know what? That goes for whoever was here last time. I
It was Joseph.
who said that cum doesn't have an odor? I have some.
It was Joel.
It was Joel.
Even though Joel wasn't even here.
One of you boys. All right. Anyway, I wanted to get one last opinion on this, so I asked our good friend Mort.
Mort
Mort
comes a lot. That's a good person to ask.
If you want to check out Mort's episode, it's Mort comes 5 times a day. You would think that a man coming 5 times a day would know whether cum has an odor.
I would think.
Unless he's so numb to it because he's constantly surrounded by cum.
That's his ode to cum.
Yes. So
Do
I
you think they have a perfume or a cologne
cum
for
smell?
men? Cum smell that
They
people
should.
who enjoy that.
Mort. So at last night, I haven't talked to Mort through text in a few months, but I did text him last night around 11 p.m. and I just said, "Does your cum smell?"
Wait, you just out of the blue?
Yes.
Out of the blue, text him. Does your cum smell?
Yes. He said this morning, "I would say no. What do you think?" I said, "Mine smells like a dumpster."
You forgot where he wrote, "This was an absurd text."
Well, who cares if he thought that was an absurd text? I didn't want to acknowledge that. He then said, "Gross." I then said, "Yours has no odor." He says, "Pretty much." So that's the clarification, pretty much.
No. I think I figured out why. He comes so often, it doesn't give it time to develop an odor. You come once in a year, and that's why yours has an odor.
I don't think that. It might be right. It might be right. I don't know.
I wonder
Anyway,
if we could speak to a urologist about this. I would love to call Dr. Jones and ask him, is this possible that the reason cum smells so bad is it's like sitting there stale and his...
All right, for a future episode, we're going to have Dr. Joel on once again.
You know, like if you have pee concentrated, it looks more yellow.
Yeah, you think that's what it is?
And then if you
I don't think that's what it is,
a
honestly.
lot of fluids going through there.
I don't think that's what it is. Anyway,
this is an interesting thought.
Mort grew kind of concerned. He said that you might want to talk to a doctor about that.
Oh, so that now you're anxious?
No, but I think we should get Dr. Joel on the line.
Oh, any reason. You're going to pretend like you want to find out just about the concentration.
I love talking to Dr. Joel.
Now you're not sure whether or not it has to do with something's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
Okay.
I have an extremely clean diet. All right. Moving along
by the way,
the question of what?
Do you eat a lot of pineapple?
I'm pounding pineapple.
So that could be why.
It's a good thing for your cum.
Supposed to be good for taste. I don't know about smell.
Taste and smell very similar.
How about asparagus?
I pound asparagus as well.
Well, that's why your cum smells like shit because you eat so much asparagus.
It's a different thing. I don't want to. Why are we always talking about my cum smell?
You brought this up. I was fine
on.
moving on to the new question of the day.
Okay, so go for it, Mother. Introduce this segment, please.
The segment is brought to you by Like a Kitten. Let's make you purr like a kitten. Purr.
Purr like a kitten. Like a Kitten makes our favorite sexual accessories box.
You usually call them essentials.
Yeah, there are essentials, what you need for a fun night, okay? We're going to get into it, but they sponsor this segment. We got a question of the week for you sneaky freak listeners, and that is, what was your most embarrassing sexual experience? Okay.
Do you have one?
I thought of one. I thought about many, actually. You know, they're the obvious ones.
I just imagine that you have quite a arsenal of those.
Yeah, they're the obvious ones. Some that we've reflected on the show, like when I was told that I didn't know how to finger someone and I was hoverboarding. That was an early one with Rochelle. That was not a fun conversation to have.
That episode still tickles me.
Okay. Anyway, the one that came to mind, though, was an early sexual encounter.
Like what? When you say early, do you mean like in a teenager years or something?
Yes.
Oh.
And it was I think it was the first blowjob I ever received. And I wasn't prepared for this type of arousal.
What does that mean?
I wasn't prepared. I just sprayed.
What do you mean you just sprayed? Do you have a nozzle that you can adjust to spray?
Yes.
Like a hose?
It was
garden
a hose,
hose?
and it went into her hair.
What?
And I felt so bad. And the next day, I noticed there's like a glob. I apologize.
Like something about Mary Glob.
It was horrible. It was so disgusting. And I felt horrible. She definitely felt embarrassed. I was embarrassed.
She probably was like, I just paid like a lot of money to have my hair done up for you. And look what you did. You came all over it.
Do you think this was some fucking ball that we went to? She got her hair done
Who
for?
knows? Maybe you were at a
We fucking hanging out.
Was this
and
prom
Fucking
or
got
one
a
of those type of
blowjob.
thing?
No, there was nothing coming close on prom.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
I forgot about that. One of these days.
No, we don't
yeah.
need to go into
All
that
right.
story, please. Anyway, that was the spraying into the hair was an embarrassing moment. It was complete no control. Okay, what was your most embarrassing moment?
Let me think. There's been a few. I mean, I'm sure over the years because I've had obviously many more years on you.
Okay,
But
you don't think you would have gotten it down?
one of the time, this is really embarrassing. This is like mortifying embarrassing. All right, so I'm wearing like a cute little teddy. We're staying in a hotel with my boyfriend, and I go to the bathroom. And I had to take a little poo poo.
A little poo poo.
A little poo poo. I guess I didn't like. I don't know. Somehow or another, there's a little poop that attached to my teddy.
No way.
Yeah, I get into the bed and we find on the bed is a little dropping, like a little rabbit dropping.
No fucking way.
Big way.
Oh my fucking God.
To this day, someone still teases me saying that I just shit the bed, which I did not do because I had just gone to the bathroom and I know it wasn't from that. But
you dragged some shit into the bed with you.
I dragged it. It was literally, that was quite embarrassing.
On a sexy teddy. Wow.
On a sexy teddy.
Did you, it was at the end of the sexual encounter or was it?
I think that was the end of it. That kind of got everybody out of the mood.
For real?
For real.
That completely killed all the boners.
If I was going to the bathroom and if I was taking a dump, that's also that's a boner killer too.
Why?
Okay, you're telling me you can be with a girl, she goes to take a dump, she comes back, and you're going to want to like go near that?
Fine. Absolutely.
You don't think it's going to like possibly? Oh my! I don't even want to go there.
What
Once you take a shit, then it's over. Sex has to be done.
What?
No, we're
Why?
done. We're done. Done.
Are you thinking it's like a dirty shit?
Yeah, because if you get that into your vagina,
No,
oh
I don't.
my God,
do you
no.
know? This is a fun fact. You know, my shits are immaculate.
It's like a little rabbit pellet.
No, it's like a log. It comes out and it doesn't, but it has a consistency for some reason so dry. Maybe because I'm so anal retentive that it doesn't cause any splatter or anything. This has become disgusting.
I know. So why did we get there? You asked me a question. I gave you
If you're
an answer.
embarrassed, that is an embarrassing moment.
It's totally embarrassing, and,
Yeah.
and I got more of where that came from.
You want to share another?
No.
Okay. Do you want to hear what the sneaky freaks had to say?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they had plenty.
Okay, so for you new listeners out there, the people, the avid listeners of this show, our family of the show, are called the sneaky freaks.
We call them the sneaky freaks because they're sneaky and freaky.
And we have a constant dialogue going on with the sneaky freaks. Every week we send out these weekly questions. It makes it sound like it will inundate you with text. But if you want to be part of this, we'll send you one weekly text that gives you an answer or a question that you can answer.
It's really rather fun to be part of this community, and it's free. All you have to do is text us.
310-356.
3920.
Hit us up, and we'd love to connect. Okay, let's just run through some of these sneaky freaky answers. We have the classic one from Lisa. In high school, my boyfriend's mom caught him going down on me. Getting caught, that could be an embarrassing situation.
It could be, yeah.
We had Pedro who says, when I lost my virginity, I was a literal one-pump chump. My girlfriend at the time told me she didn't feel like she actually lost her virginity.
Oh, my God.
Fortunately, we went for a second round, and I lasted much longer. But until she agreed to round 2, I was mortified.
Well, we've all been there.
Pedro, welcome to my life for the past 33 years. I wasn't. I've been a
Apparently,
one-pump chump before.
You're no longer.
No,
You're like a marathon man now.
Unbelievable.
You went from
I don't
one
want to
extreme
jinx
to the
it.
other.
I don't want to jinx it.
You don't want to jinx it.
I was thinking, this was a very particular experience. She was stimulating me. It wasn't a mutual. She was going down on me. So she wasn't expressing like crazy arousal or desire.
Okay.
I'm thinking if we did end up having intercourse and she's expressing desire and arousal, I'd be fucked.
Oh.
I don't think I'd be able to control myself.
So you're saying this was an anomaly.
It might be. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
All
but
right.
at least it's a great start. Anyway, Pedro, I've been there. That's an unfortunate experience.
It happens a lot to younger people, I think, too. Like when I was in college.
Okay, it can happen to older people too, Mom. Amanda says, well, this was some secondhand embarrassment. I was dating a guy in high school and we were fooling around. He pulled his dick out so we could do the deed. then stopped very suddenly and went to leave. When I kissed him goodbye, I slid my hand up the underside of his shirt. It was weird. I didn't know why I did that. And it was full of cum. He left quickly, so I guess he prematurely jizzed into his shirt and was super embarrassed.
See, she was young and he was young.
This is kind of what, like, my experience.
What, that happened to you?
Well, I sprayed in the hair.
Okay, this didn't even. It sounds like this didn't even. Well, there was no intercourse. I mean, no foreplay or anything.
Right, you just pulled out the dick. Yeah. You know, it's pretty funny. There's something very funny about losing control of a bodily function like this.
Everything, poop, pee, what.
Anytime you lose control
vomit.
of a bodily function.
My friends and I think the funniest moments of our lives are talking about when I was dancing on someone's shoulder and he throws me up and he thought I peed on him, which it was really one of my friends who did it.
Oh my God. You guys still talk about this.
We still talk about it. We still talk about it, and it's 40 years later. We still talk about when I shit in a car. That'll not be another story.
Oh my God. All right. Speaking of that, Raylene says, I'll start the story by saying I have digestive issues. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Me and Hubs are getting hot and heavy. I feel a rumble in my tummy, and not in a good way. I'm pretty close to climax, but I'm trying to clench my butt cheeks together because I don't know what's in store.
I understand that.
It's time for me to come, and I let out the loudest and longest fart that has ever come out of my tush. Hubs looks at me, and I look at him. He starts laughing, and I'm mortified. He sees my face turning red and some tears in my eyes and stops laughing and says, babe, it's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of. We can laugh about it now, but in that moment when I'd maybe only been married for a couple months, it was super embarrassing.
Oh.
That's a very supportive husband.
But apparently you're a very supportive person because you're thinking it's okay to take not just fart, but take a dump and then go back to having sex.
I did not say you dump in the bed.
I'm talking about dumping in the toilet, bed, wherever. Once the dumping comes out, that's enough already.
That's enough already?
That's enough.
It's nice to have a nice evacuation and then
a nice evacuation.
Yeah, why not?
Well, a lot of people do like douching and just, water. But we had what was the guy's name that said he likes to stick a water bottle up his ass?
Oh yeah, we've had a few
cleanse
people
out.
talking. Yeah.
Is that why you picked up your water bottle and started drinking? The hell? We're talking about water bottles as like a wash and an enema.
Yeah. I decided I needed an enema myself.
What?
Colette says, the first time I was hooking up with my now ex-boyfriend, it was on his suede couch and I left a sweat mark on it.
That is embarrassing too.
I also remember that time I queefed so many times and didn't even address it. I think next time a situation like that arises, I'll be able to laugh at it.
See? A lot of people are not comfortable with queefing and queefing, I think, is fine. Farting is still not fine.
Honestly, I don't really know.
Queefing.
I don't know if someone has ever queefed with me.
In other words, can you define it? Because I'm not sure we have the same definition.
It's a vagina fart.
Yeah.
So
you don't know that ever happened?
I don't think I've heard that.
I actually have.
It's more of like a suction thing. Where
Yeah.
You suck the air out.
I don't think that's.
It's not like a natural gas that occurs in your vagina, right?
No.
So then I don't think it's
a natural gas that occurs in your vagina.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Well, because a fart is a natural gas that occurs in your ass.
No.
No?
No.
All right. Tara says, I don't get embarrassed during sex anymore, and this is more awkward than anything. Okay, so I like this clarification, by the way.
Okay.
She doesn't get embarrassed during sex, but sometimes there are awkward things that occur. I like that.
Sex is awkward.
For some people.
For everybody.
No, I wouldn't say my sex is awkward at all.
Oh.
Oh.
You don't think your sex is awkward?
No.
You give me one reason that you don't think it's awkward.
Because I'm a fucking smooth criminal over here.
You're a smooth criminal.
Yeah. Anyway, she goes on to say, last October I was hooking up with this guy who was big, but nothing I couldn't handle. The thing is, his style was like a jackrabbit on coke. He would just pound and pound without taking time to smell the roses. I was riding him once and was actually really enjoying it because it was the first time I could really have the rhythm and speed I wanted with him. After a couple moments, he says, okay, stop, you're doing it wrong, and we switched positions. I was more so embarrassed for him that he thinks the only way to have sex is exactly how he wants it.
I am fuming about that.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. You're doing it wrong. No, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
You are doing it wrong.
Fuck that. For me, what's most arousing, and I kind of mentioned this, is to seeing the other person's pleasure and to know that we're connected in this
Apparently,
experience.
not in his case. His case is I want to see my own pleasure, and otherwise it's doing it wrong.
He's literally just he's in his dick. That's all he's feeling.
I can't stand these guys that do it like a jackrabbit.
What, do you have any words of advice for her or him?
Yeah, break up.
I don't think they're not together anymore. And all right, that's it.
That's it.
All right.
Someone tells you that you're doing it wrong. That means that they're very self-centered.
Agreed. Wow, we got a lot. Okay. Alyssa says having some bad BV, bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you had that before?
It's probably a yeast infection or something.
When having sex with a new person and him getting turned off from the smell, horrifying.
So
Keeping that pH in check is so hard when having BV. I don't know what bacterial vaginosis is.
Okay, but whatever it is, there's a there. I can see where this is a problem for a lot of people. A lot of people have issues, and I told this story on the podcast before that one of my friends had an odor, and she was really embarrassed, but she was glad that her boyfriend told her because she was able to go to the doctor, get it checked out, and it turns out she had some sort of infection.
Look at that.
So
it could be useful to know, but it sounds like she's aware of this, and
Yeah.
yet it's still just hard to keep the pH in check. There's nothing to be aware of. You can't make fun of someone if they have
a disease or a bacterial infection or something like that.
Right. All right. Nothing to be embarrassed about. That sounds like a natural medical condition. Anyway, moving right along. Jackie says, this is a long one.
Skip to the punchline.
Okay. Oh, okay. Jackie says she was in the car getting freaky with someone, and she'd just taken off her pants when a police car pulled up next to them. I didn't have time to put my pants back on, so I pulled a blanket over my lap and prayed he wouldn't ask me to get out of the vehicle. Thank goodness he decided to just check that everything was okay and then left. I was sweating bullets and immediately got dressed. I'm
Can you
happy we can
imagine?
laugh about it now.
Can
Totally
you
embarrassing
imagine
at the
if
time.
they said, get out of the car and spread your legs?
I would have gotten out. What a story.
That is a story.
I would have gotten out even if they didn't ask that. Okay, Pat says, just finished having sex, literally just just finished having sex, literally just had an orgasm, then within seconds, and I mean seconds, I let out one of the biggest farts of my life while still inside her.
Farts are funny.
Farts are funny. Cheyenne says, the guy's wife coming home while I was naked in his bed. I had no idea he was married. We only met leaving the bar hours before. I scrambled to get dressed and get out of there, only to realize I was a town over from my own and had to do the longest walk of shame of my life.
Well, I don't even know where to begin there.
This relates to the conversation we had a couple episodes ago about have you ever been with a married person?
Yep.
Wow.
I think she should ask questions from now on before getting in bed with someone. Like, are you married?
You think that should be added to my checklist?
Add that to your checklist with all the other issues you have to.
When was the last time you got STI checked? Do you have any STIs that I should be aware of?
Pregnancy.
What are your thoughts on pregnancy? And are you married?
Yes.
That's a follow-up?
We should put this list somewhere on Patreon, and then when you join Patreon, you'll get the updated list. Every week we'll add a new thing for Cam.
Two more questions, or two more responses.
I just would like to say that I did receive it was a comment on my TikTok about blind dates, but he said he got in the car with a blind date and she had the worst breath of his life.
Oh.
And he couldn't even tolerate it. So he said he had to keep pushing gum. And she's like,
Oh.
I don't chew gum.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Not good.
It could be a bad date.
Yeah, the bad breath is not
or
good.
Or gingivitis.
Ugh. Brianna says, I laughed at a guy during it because he felt so confident that he was getting me off. Man's wasn't even close.
Oh, there's another topic we've talked about before, never fake an orgasm.
Drew says, my mom walked in on me titty fucking my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
And that wraps up our segment of make them purr like a kitten.
Purr like a kitten. Man, those were good comments. You guys, thank you for always participating. A lot of these sneaky freaks do it every week, and we really appreciate it.
And a big thank you to Like a Kitten. My sneaky friends, you know how important it is to set the mood.
Oh, no. Here we go with the purple light again.
I love the lighting. I love anything that's going to tickle my senses. And you know who handles this well?
Who?
Like a Kitten.
Like a Kitten offers subscription gift boxes, so each season you'll receive a new shipment right to your door with all the ingredients to spice up your sex life.
And they really take into account all of your senses. I mean, in this spring subscription box,
Oh, yes.
they have melting rose petals for the bath.
I could just see you with that one. How about the strawberry nipple arousal cream?
How about the flowered glass Kegel balls?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they have everything you could possibly want
Everything.
for a fun time. Every season, they come out with a new box, and they'll send it right to your door with all of your essential ingredients for a very fun night, fun weekend, fun season, basically.
And right now, we're talking about their spring box.
That's right. They got us all set up with a pink glass dildo. They got even a little plant with daisies, sunflowers, and roses in it. Very cute.
Very nice. The spring box is awesome.
And it's only $79.
That's what I can't get over.
It's a great deal because all the contents in the box retail for well over $150.
Right.
It's a phenomenal birthday gift, bachelor or bachelorette gift. And to celebrate spring, Like a Kitten is offering our listeners 15% off and free shipping when you go to likeakitten.com/mom or enter code MOM at checkout. Just go to likeakitten.com/mom or use code MOM to get 15% off these incredible boxes. Likeakitten.com/mom. The link is in this episode's description.
It's going to make you purr like a kitten.
Mood. I think there's nothing sexier and nothing that's going to make me feel more confident than to know that you got a nice mattress at home that you can bring someone back on and fuck on.
It's true. You don't want to have to hear those springs back and forth and mushy sounds.
That's why we're recommending Helix Sleep Mattress. They make the best mattresses and they tailor it directly to you.
Do you know how they do that, Cam?
How do they do it, Moot?
You have to take a quiz that takes just about a couple minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preference to the perfect mattress for you. Why would you buy a mattress made for someone else?
That's right. I took the quiz. They asked me my weight, my height, if I like firm, soft, or medium, plushy.
Even if you get hot when you sleep.
They then say, okay, based on these calculations, this is the mattress for you. You get two different options, like the luxe version or the regular version. I, of course, chose the luxe version.
Of course you did. But I got to tell you something. There's nothing more important for any human than a good night's sleep.
That's right. And then they'll ship it right to your door. So you don't need to go into a mattress store and do all the negotiating. That shit's bullshit.
Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2022 by GQ and Wired magazine.
That's right. And they give you a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. If you don't like it, they'll come pick it up from your door. What's wonderful, Mother? Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/sextalk. That's helixsleep.com/sextalk. You'll get $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows. I sleep on this. I love it. You should do it too.
Cam, would you like to talk about the retreat we just went on?
Yes, we had a pleasure podcast retreat.
Woohoo! For those of you
phenomenal time
who are not aware, and this is your first time listening, or you're a long time listener and just never understood it, Cam has created a network of pleasure podcasts, sex-positive podcasts.
That's right. It's a collection of my favorite sex podcasts. If you like sex podcasts, check out pleasurepodcasts.com.
And relationship podcasts.
That's right.
They're
We're
not
expanding. Because, you know, I realize people learn about sex and relationships, or at least sex, through porn. We are the antidote to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that shit. You shouldn't be learning about it through porn. You can just listen to these wonderful conversations about shit and odorous cum.
Right.
Anyway, we had a retreat in Malibu. It was a phenomenal time. And I will say, I contributed something very important to this retreat. Well, I hosted it. So
you hosted it?
But there was one thing in particular that I contributed.
What was that?
I BYOB'd. I bring your own bulb.
Oh, my God.
I brought a colored light, and I swear to God, it made the whole time.
I'm so glad you brought your color light.
Because you need the lighting. If the lighting is good, it leads to a whole event. You can have a dance party. It led to a dance party. Next thing you know, people are having anal sex. And not in front of me.
I know, but we definitely heard about it the next day.
The next morning, everyone's coming down saying they had anal sex that night.
It was like a recap.
I'd like to think that this light led to a wonderful anal orgy for people.
What color was the light? Maybe that had.
I was changing the color all night long,
So,
depending on the
so
depending
you
on
think
the song and everything. Huh?
So you think? I just thought of something funny.
What?
Oh, what happened in your bedroom one time when your brother had some friends over?
You want to share this story right now?
Yeah.
What? This is such a derailing.
I'm sorry to derail. Maybe I'll save it for another time.
We could talk about it. You teed it up.
Well, basically,
If you're gonna tell the story, you better tell it right.
All right, you tell it.
I am very particular about who sleeps in my bed. Especially when I was younger. I don't like people sleeping in my bed. Okay? I think it's gross.
Yeah.
Maybe because you weren't cleaning the sheets between the times that people slept in my bed at home.
What? It's always my fault.
Okay,
again.
so anyway,
How did this become my fault?
Well, it became very apparent that I did not. When I was away, I still didn't love if people slept in my bed.
Okay.
And yet, somehow, my brother had a bunch of people over, and he said these two people can sleep in my bed.
And guess.
And he didn't ask me permission.
They asked him. I don't think they asked permission either. I think the couple just decided to go up and mess around in your bed.
No.
It was an available bed.
No. There was permission granted. They slept in the bed, and I didn't know of this until I came home.
They did more than sleep in the bed.
I came home. I'm about to get into my bed another night. I open up the fucking blanket, and there is a cum stain that looks like it's a lake in my bed. I couldn't even believe it. It was so disgusting. It was crusty. It was a huge spot. There could have been squirt in there. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Squirt. Yeah, it might be.
I start screaming. What the fuck is this? Who slept in my bed? And everyone's saying, no one slept in your bed. What are you talking about?
This is like one of those little tales, like, the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Who slept in my bed?
Everyone fucking denied that anyone slept in my bed. I took the sheets down. I said, someone slept in my bed. And I fucking held that sheet up to show the fucking lake that was there. Disgusting.
And did you get a heartfelt apology?
My brother felt bad. He felt more anger towards this kid. But no apology from that fucking guy.
I think your brother just thinks it's, he's a very relaxed person. He doesn't think it's any big deal.
Like me, yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing happened on his couch.
People are just jizzing all over his place.
Yeah, they're just jizzing on the couch.
It's disgusting. Anyway, we need to get off this. It gets me all upset just to even think about this. I realize now I have lost interest in porn entirely. I don't know.
What?
Yeah. I think after my last hookup, I was like, it's so much better when you feel connected with someone. When you
don't feel connected to your porn?
No, what are they doing?
You're watching the wrong porn.
No, it's not the wrong porn.
You're watching the wrong porn. You got to watch realistic porn that you can imagine. Like,
bullshit.
Like the Czech Republic glory hole
No,
confession.
first of all, it's not realistic.
It's
Second
very
of all,
realistic, Cam.
Second of all,
and the
that's
casting,
not going to do it
the
for
casting couch is also realistic.
me. Anyway, I think
Have you
I
ever
just need to
tried-
find a partner or something.
Have you ever tried realistic type?
Yeah, I fucking watch the chatterbait shit all the time, and
That's
realistic as you can get. It's literally people in the moment webcamming,
but
and it's still not doing anything for me.
That's boring.
What is boring?
That's boring.
You can find whatever the fuck you want on there.
So why don't you try different genres of porn?
I'm telling you, I want the connection. I'm not looking for the fucking bullshit virtual shit.
All right. So no more porn.
I'm disappointed in this. Anyway, that's what's going on in my life. What's going on in your life, Mother?
Well, I too went on your retreat. I was very impressed with you and the way you handled everyone. You had a very organized event. You even had like a little therapy games.
Therapy games?
Well, what was that?
Team building exercises.
Team building exercises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therapy games?
Yeah. I was into it for a little while until I got dehydrated and had to sit down. It was very hot out.
Okay, what is this? Complaining?
No,
what is a review of the retreat right now?
I realized I was the elder statesman over there.
You were the most well-loved person at the retreat. When you arrived, everyone started cheering.
I love that. I'd love to get a good cheering going. So I had a good time until I realized I had to drive all the way back through the mountains.
What? I fucking was in front of you the whole time watching you.
You were driving in front of me. You were not driving in the car with me. And
I
have anxiety that somehow I'll lose reception and I'll end up in Utah or something. What?
It's boring.
Is that boring?
I don't
I
think
was
it's
just
making anyone
expressing.
laugh.
Who said supposed to make everybody laugh? I was
Okay.
just explaining how my weekend was. It was very.
So far,
I
there's
was
been critiques of the retreat, and that's pretty much it.
I was very proud of myself for making it home alive.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you. And that's about it for my life.
That's it. You made it home alive. That's great. You drove by yourself.
I also had another experience where I had to try on blue jeans.
Okay.
What do you think's worse for women, trying on blue jeans or bathing suits?
I have no idea.
I think trying on blue jeans is worse.
Why?
Nothing fits properly.
Oh.
So when I was a kid, a teenager, and I did a TikTok video about this, big boobs. I had big boobs, right?
Okay.
Big boobs were not in when I was a teenager. Twiggy was in. She was flat as a board, okay?
Okay.
So I was always embarrassed about the big boobs.
Twiggy's like a model or something?
Twiggy was a model in the 70s.
Okay.
So then flash forward after 3 kids. My boobs are not looking as perky as they used to. And now, what do you think's what's in style right now?
Flat, big boobs.
Big boobs are in style now. It can't win. Same thing with the butt.
Okay.
Embarrassed about the butt all throughout my college and because I had a big butt. What do you think happens? Butt deflates. Now big butts are in. People are getting butt implants.
You're in the wrong generation over here.
I'm all messed up.
You're all messed up. And then they don't even do they make jeans for your butt now?
No, I think that's the problem. My butt, it does not, my stomach, the butt went to my stomach.
Do you think there's an opportunity here for like cougar pants?
I think that's a good idea.
Cougar pants.
Cougar pants. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh
think
my
this is a
God.
good business.
Brainstorm. Cougar pants.
Fucking brain blast.
They go elastic in the waist
Yeah.
and nice and form fitting in the butt.
Okay.
That's cougar pants.
It lifts everything up.
Lift up. They do have a brand of jean called Mothers.
Okay.
They don't fit either. Anyway, that's it for what's going on in my life.
Losing your hair can really cause a lot of anxiety.
It's so upsetting. It can ruin your day, your week, your year.
And there's something you can do about it. If you don't want to lose your hair, you want to promote strong, healthy hair growth, we have a recommendation for you.
Pros,
that's right. They make custom hair care, and now they also make custom hair supplements that help reduce excess shedding and spark fuller, thicker hair growth with just 2 capsules a day.
You know what I like about it is their online consultation.
Oh, yeah.
So Pros customizes your supplements to address all the factors that could be triggering your hair loss issues or any hair issues, like age, stress levels, which we all go through, diet, which we all go through, and more.
Yeah, I mean, I took their quiz. It took only a few minutes. You go online, they ask you a bunch of questions about your hair, like the strength of your hair, if it's oily, the texture, if it's curly, whatever. They get a full idea of what's going on in your head, and then they give you a bunch of recommendations for what you can be doing, whether that's shampoo, conditioner, or these wonderful natural supplements.
I got to tell you, my boyfriend loves Pros, but not just that. There are multiple studies show that over 90% of women taking Pros hair supplements saw less shedding, more growth, and improved overall appearance in just 90 days.
It's tremendous.
That's a good deal.
Their supplements only use natural, clean, safe ingredients. No
Wow.
drugs or hormone disruptors. And all the formulas are toxicologist approved, gluten-free and vegan. Try your own custom hair supplements and you'll get 15% off. Get yours at pros.com/sneaky. That's PROSE.com/sneaky for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off custom hair supplements.
All these discounts will be in the show notes.
Check that episode description for the link. Is it time for
Hit on or Shit On?
Hit on or shit on is the segment of the show where we get to share your comments wherever you leave them. They could be on our TikTok or YouTube.
Or my TikTok.
Or given to us in person. And
Or
we
in a
determine
text.
whether they are a hit on or a shit on. Moot,
Yeah.
what do you got for us today?
Okay. So there was a lot of discussion. We had some TikTok comments, and normally they're like very flattering, but this one particular video incited a lot of animosity towards each other and to me.
Okay, let's hear it, Moot.
BF, should she be more concerned with what retirement home she's going to live in?
Whoa. What the fuck?
Yeah. What the hell?
They were saying that you belong in a retirement home?
Yes.
I would love to live in a retirement home.
I know.
Honestly.
So
it's a
that's
great community over
So
there.
that would be a hit on for you, but it's a shit on for me.
That's right.
Okay.
How about this Magaribia _ma? Don't talk for women. This is her logic. She speaks for herself.
Right.
What does that mean? Is he defending you?
Yeah, he was defending me. So that's
Oh.
a hit on.
Hit on.
This one is from T14. Dude looks like a slightly Asian Andrew Schultz. Now, I looked up Andrew Schultz.
Hold on. Am I the dude in this?
You're the dude.
I look like a slightly Asian Andrew Schultz?
Yes, and I looked
Who is
him
Andrew
up.
Schultz?
You didn't.
Also, I have no Asian in me. What is that?
He was actually not a bad looking comedian. He's a comedian.
Why are you surprised? He's not
Because
bad.
usually you get people saying you look like people that you don't like to look like. Old Country for Old Men or No Country for Old Men. Javier Bardem.
I've never known this guy actually, but I do actually. I look like this guy.
You do.
Oh, I do look like this guy.
See that slightly Asian
what
version.
the fuck?
Well, why are you a slightly Asian version of a guy that's not Asian?
I don't know. I'll take that as a hit on.
All right, I'll take that as a hit on for you, and then I guess this next one doesn't sound like a hit on for me.
Go on.
Bryce Boyd says she live or she live. Either way, I think he's saying I'm dead. I'm like the Walking Dead. What would you say?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who writes that?
I don't know if I don't know how to interpret this one.
You know,
And I think it's a shit on no matter what the interpretation is.
There's no way. I write back because sometimes I get in a mood late at night and I get these mean comments and I write back. Do you get off on being mean?
Oh, got him.
I get him. I get him.
You got him right back.
Now here, so we say that's a shit on.
And David Fuller says, I'm not a photographer, but I can definitely picture us together. Okay. That's a hit on to you and a shit on to me.
I know, but I kind of thought that was very clever. Ever so often we get these little, cute little pickup lines.
You don't need to share that.
Well, because after that one, wait till you see what else I'm going to share.
Okay.
This guy goes, you little guy, we all know you're not packing. I'm sure they're talking about you because they didn't say you little woman. They said you little guy.
Fuck this person. The fuck is that?
You could stay up late at night and comment back to these people too.
Why did you choose to share this with me? That one
because I'm not the only
share.
one getting shit on over here. Okay,
you had to fucking take a screenshot of that one. That
That's
was
right.
so important for you to remember.
I wonder.
You little guy, we all know you're not packing. Fuck you.
Now wait, he's talking about a gun.
How did you respond to this guy?
Probably, I probably said that's not nice.
That's like fueling the fire.
I like to get them where it hurts them. I want to say.
You get them. Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah,
There,
you're
got
not
him.
a nice person.
The fuck is that? That is not helping our cause. I'm gonna. Don't respond.
Yeah, you can respond.
Ignore these fuckers.
All right.
Internal. What is this? Inferno. I don't. What is that even? That name is nothing. All right, moving on. What is this?
Are you taking it personally that he said you're not packing?
No, I'm ignoring that shit.
Okay.
Moving on. All right, let's keep moving.
Oh, okay. I got it. This was on YouTube, and I thought this was interesting until I got really irritated. It said, "Hi there. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. I really enjoy your podcast and TikTok feeds with your son. In parentheses, I also think it's pretty hot."
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
Why does he have to ruin everything?
I don't know.
So anyways, just want to say hi. Hope to hear back. No, you're not going to hear back when you say something really disgusting, like you think it's hot.
Well, maybe he or she is finding one of us in particular hot.
It's pretty hot. Not
all right.
You're pretty hot or he's pretty hot. No, it's pretty hot. Ew.
All right. Davey G says probably worked it off over the years.
Yeah. What is that?
What does that mean?
Now I was talking about my butt and where to go.
Oh.
And he's saying you probably worked it off over the years. What am I, a prostitute? What does that mean? Sex worker?
Maybe he thinks that you were in the gym or something like that.
Worked it off. I'm complaining that my butt is gone.
I don't know, Mom. Richard Turner says, you still hittable.
Yeah, what does that mean?
All right.
Another. That's not even a compliment.
Why did you?
How about the next one? Robert Dimitrov, 195. Granny, relax. You're doing okay.
That's a hit on and a shit on.
Wait, excuse me.
Yeah.
Why am I called Granny? I don't even have grandkids. I don't even.
Well, that's the shit on part. But you doing okay is a hit on.
And then the last one we got here.
It's a combo.
Here is from JD Will 72. When you're as old as you are, you probably should take what you can get! Exclamation mark.
Fuck him.
Oh, you burned me there.
Mom.
I told the guy last time I heard that joke, I fell off my dinosaur.
Oh my God.
I got him back. I'm getting him back with my one-liners.
You got him so good, Mom.
I know.
Wow, these people are just getting fucking skewered when they come after you.
So this is our section of
Hit on or shit on. Thank you for collecting all those.
I know.
You really had a lot today.
It's very easy, unfortunately.
Wow.
There's a lot of
comments. My
going
least favorite one still remains, you little guy. We all know you're not packing. I mean, it's so demeaning to call me little guy as well.
I know.
You little guy.
What do you think he looks like?
A fucking big guy.
You don't think it's a woman saying that?
I don't know. We're going to have to do some research on this fucker.
Oh, you're going to go seeking him out?
Yeah, I'm going to seek him out.
Right.
It's time for Mom's News.
Mom's News.
Mom's News. Mom's News is the segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. There's a lot going on in the world. What do we got this week, Mom?
Well, as a lot of people are like re-entering the travel scene again.
Yes.
I thought it would be nice to bring up a topic here that is from the Matador Network.
The Matador Network, a very reputable news source.
Yes, and it's an interesting topic as to what you can
bring through TSA.
Yeah, no.
What?
Planning an adult trip away should be almost as much fun as the trip itself, but figuring out how to get through airport security is pretty daunting if you haven't done it before. After all, it's not like you can just ring up a travel agent and get their top tips for traveling with sex toys.
Why is this person traveling with sex toys? Do you travel with sex toys?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I think it's part of my healthy...
Your sexual script?
Sexual script.
Oh, so you travel with sex toys?
Who doesn't?
I have never traveled with a sex toy. I barely travel with condoms. By the way, I found condoms in my drawer.
From what year?
2015. Expired in 2015. That is not good.
Well, maybe you just were using newer ones and not from 2000. Just throw them out.
No shit, I throw them out.
Well,
actually, I kept them for in case we wanted to do like condom races the next retreat or something like that. And one of my team building exercises.
What are you talking about? Who's doing condom races?
Condom races when you fucking stick like a suction dildo against a wall and you put a condom on there and try to tie it up.
That does not sound like fun at all for me to be at, and I will not participate in that
activity. Well, you're not going to be invited to the next retreat. Right. How about that, Mom? All right.
Number one, they say, is keep your toys clean and safe. In case you didn't know that, you should keep your toys clean and safe. Number two, buy travel-friendly versions of your best sex toys.
What's a travel-friendly version? Satisfyer has something like this.
Space-saving in your luggage. You don't want to,
Like a triangle, like a love triangle?
You can bring all kinds of different things.
Like a little, I know you fucking with the pet rock.
Yeah. Plan ahead with a sex toy checklist, and then you should bring toy and body wipes.
Body wipes?
Yeah, toy and body wipes. And don't forget to take out the batteries.
Okay.
Double check your airline's rules.
Why do you take out the batteries?
Because they can explode in the plane. That's why they're always asking you about like batteries.
Lithium batteries?
Yeah.
What about like AA batteries and shit like that, though?
I know, but they say to take them out.
What sex toys have batteries you can remove?
Some of the bullets do.
Oh, really?
Then they say double check on your airline's rules on liquid because you don't want to be caught when you have your Uber Lube to save the day.
Ah, but Uber Lube does have travel size.
There you go.
Liquid.
Be careful about bondage. So you can you imagine like you bring out your whips, your floggers, your paddles, and then you
get pulled aside in TSA.
Yeah, handcuffs, nipple clamps.
Nipple clamps.
If you have to take bondage items with you in your hand luggage, then choose carefully. Blindfolds.
Can I ask you something, Mom?
Yes.
How is this news?
Well, it's important because we're about to go into the travel season.
This is a PSA? What do you mean we're about to go into a travel season?
All right. Opt for discreet looking toys. So you get them like some that look like a little pen or something, or necklace, and then there's a dildo attached to it. And then check if your toys are legal on the other side. This is the most important one to me because sexual customs vary wildly around the world. Some countries prohibit adult toys and porn. Oh,
that's interesting.
Including Thailand, India, Vietnam, the Maldives, and Malaysia. And if you live in the U.S., then you'll be fined in every state except Alabama.
No sex toys in Alabama?
Where the sale of sex toys is a criminal offense.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you know that?
I didn't remember, but I remember there were some states that were not
Wow.
allowing the pet rock in there.
People pull you aside for a pet rock?
Well, apparently it says if the worst happens and your luggage is detained or your bag is searched, be honest and stay confident. You've done nothing wrong. You're also entitled to ask for a private screening with more than one agent present. Can you imagine? I'd like to have 2 agents present while I whip out my rabbit. In the unlikely event that you encountered unprofessional conduct, contact the local embassy and make a formal complaint. Remember, no one should be ashamed of a healthy sex life.
All right. Thank you for that PSA, Mother.
No problem. Anytime you guys want to hear more, just contact me.
Just contact her at 310-356.
3920.
She's your sex travel agent.
That's right.
I think it's time for the segment of the week that you've all been waiting for.
Oh, no.
The segment of the week that makes you remember why you have genitalia. It's the segment of the week that gets you so rock hard. Your nipples are on end. You can fucking pound through glass. It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers is the place to be. Fun living is the life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I get to share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
boring,
or
doldrums,
or
skanky.
Skanky.
Yes.
It's Cam's Uppers.
I've added skanky to the
that's the second
repertoire.
time you describe this as skanky. I literally never describe anything sexual in these fucking things. There's nothing skanky about it.
You want people to get excited about listening? Then you got to add something, a skank element.
You're trying to help me out here?
Yeah.
You don't think it stands on its own? That
No.
Cam's Uppers is the best segment of the fucking show?
No,
it should have its own spin-off show?
No, it's boring.
It's boring. Okay, well, I would like to... I was reminded of a quote twice this week from... I mentioned him before on the show. It's
Thich Nhat Hanh?
Thich Nhat Hanh. He is a Vietnamese monk that I love. He relaxes me. This was the key, by the way. Before going to the retreat, it's an hour-long drive. I fucking listened to Thich Nhat Hanh talk the entire fucking way over there.
You were lucky that you didn't pull off the road and fall asleep.
I was so focused and calm.
That would have been very boring.
No, I was relaxed. When I got there, I was able to whip together the retreat with a lot of assistance. But
when I got there, I almost passed out.
All right. Anyway, there's a quote here that he says. He says, without doing anything, things can sometimes go more smoothly just because of our peaceful presence. In a small boat, when a storm comes, if one person remains solid and calm, others will not panic and the boat is more likely to stay afloat. Thich Nhat Hanh.
Are you this
from
person?
Love in Action. Am I this person?
You're the anchor there.
I am.
It's keeping people calm.
I am an anchor in a torrent, a fucking torrential storm.
Wait, can I just ask you something?
I'm a rock in a very, what?
Would you consider yourself to be the pillar of stability?
Yes.
During the time that we had a fire drill, a fire alarm go off in the movie theater?
Yes, I was. Yes, if anyone chose to get out of the fire and wanted to follow me, they would have succeeded. The
fire alarm goes off and you literally leaped out of your seat and in 30 seconds were out the door just leaving me there to burn.
Yeah. Well, I have to say it was it's good. It's good to keep it safe and to react quickly and efficiently.
Would you think Thich Nhat Hanh would agree with how you acted?
Yes, he would look at me and says, "Cam,
you left your mother there to die in flames.
You are the one person who has remained solid and calm in this storm."
Okay. I don't know if Tig would have thought that way, but go on.
Isn't Tig? Who's Tig?
He and I are like a little Tiggy.
His name is not Tig.
His name is Little Tiggy.
Anyway, I think this is very important that
someone's got to remain calm.
There is something just by
and it's not me or you.
What the fuck?
You're not calm.
I'm extremely calm.
You're the antithesis.
Like a glass sea.
You're the antithesis of calm.
Yeah.
Whatever the opposite of calm is.
When people are around me, they feel like they just gone through a fucking 90-minute massage.
Oh, what kind of massage are they going through?
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. I know what type of massage you're talking about, like a Thai where they walk on your back.
All right. You know what? That's enough. I can just say there is something to be said for remaining calm in fucking tumultuous times like this podcast, like I exemplify every week. And that's all. Thank you for listening to Cam's Uppers. Yeah.
Cam's Uppers is the place to be. Well,
we've reached the end of our show, Mother.
yep, we have reached it.
I want to thank everyone for participating in the show, for listening, for giving us your love and support, especially all of our Sneaky Freak Patreon members. Yes, we had a comment this week, by the way.
Oh, nice to hear.
Someone was listening to a prior episode. Julaine was saying, Cam's climax control. I'm so excited for Cam's new endurance. Listening to today's episode 401, I genuinely screamed cheers.
Oh, my God.
Hilarious. I love you guys. Heart. Thank you, Julaine. I'm so appreciative
He's probably
of your...
on the road. Yay, Cam!
Yes, she was going for it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate that, too.
Yeah.
Anything to make my son happy.
All right. You don't even make it corny that I have increased stamina, which we're not even certain about. Anyway,
now you're getting paranoid.
If you'd like to participate in this Patreon family and support our show, you enjoy the show, please send us a few dollars a month just by going to patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. It really helps us out because we got some bills to pay with this show.
If you want to see it on YouTube, it's being filmed, and you can look on our YouTube channel, which is at Sex Talk with My Mom.
That's right. We also really appreciate you sharing this with a friend, spreading the word about it.
Yes.
That helps us. It helps us in all sorts of ways.
And by the way, if there's a particular podcast that you would like to see us on, reach out to them and tell them, I want to see Sex Talk with My Mom on your podcast.
That's right. How about a rating and a review, Mother?
I would love to hear one.
Okay, this says, all the yes, 5 stars. Ran across this podcast totally randomly and gave it a go as I drove to the outskirts of Oklahoma City to see a patient. Needless to say, I binge listened to multiple episodes and then turned my wife onto the podcast that very night as well. The witty banter back and forth between you two is the purely funny and honest kind of conversation so many people should admire. I enjoy the advice, opinions, and of course the singing.
The singing.
Keep on keeping on,
Singing.
and I will continue to voice my praises of you guys to all podcast listeners. Much love from Middle America, a.k.a. the belt buckle of the Bible Belt. Winky face. From Cheeky Bear.
Cheeky Bear, that was a
fucking love
phenomenal
review.
And if you guys want to give us a rating or review, you can do one at anywhere you listen to podcasts or
ratethispodcast.com/mom. And
right.
do you like that she thinks our banter is witty?
She or he?
Cheeky Bear.
Cheeky Bear.
Yeah.
Whoever Cheeky Bear is, I like that. That makes my day.
Yeah.
And I got to sing too.
Sing them out, Mom.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and having some smelly sex.
Okay, first of all, that was our last episode.
Okay, no.
You fucked it up last time, too.
And having some poop come out in your sex.
Oh.
And farting during sex.
Let's just wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. That's the end. Thank you for listening.
I tried.
We love you all.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.